So what is recycling? Recycling is a process which changes materials of waste into new products. This is beneficial because it reduces the energy usage, the greenhouse gas emissions, and the raw material usage that comes from creating new materials, as well as reducing air pollution from trash incineration and water pollution from landfills, which are two forms of conventional waste disposal that recycling helps to eliminate.
As you can see, I like to reduce my greenhouse emissions in more ways than one. So the recycling process starts in the recycling bins, it's student recycling. So people take their recyclables, their plastics, their papers, their cardboards, which is kind of paper, and they bring them to recycling bins that we have all around campus. For example, we have some right here in our own dining hall. Right here. This is one of our many bins on campus. Prime example of two different kinds of recycling bins in our Anson Academic Building. Right here, this blue one is for your paper products, your paper needs. Here is for your plastic and your glass bottles. Notice the different color. And see, if you come closer, you can see that there's a hole on the top for the bottles, and then there's a little slit in the paper one for the papers. Many people don't see the need to sort your recyclables, but it is very important because some plants, if you don't sort your recyclables, they won't even recycle it at all, which kind of doesn't make sense, but it's the truth. So that's one of the reasons to sort your recyclables. Another reason is when they are recycling their products, you don't create new paper with plastic. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't like you don't create new plastic with paper, all right? So that's the reason why you need to separate your recyclables. Go.
The separation of the recycling types is key because if the wrong type of recycling gets into the wrong type of recycling bin, then that whole bin becomes contaminated and is then just thrown in the trash. For example, this is for paper, as you can see by the slit. And someone was careless enough to put a can of Pepsi in here. Now, all this paper in here is now going to become trash because somebody put Pepsi in there.
This way, we're almost there. After B&G picks it up from Anson Academic Building, Old School and other buildings such as the dorms and the dining hall, they bring the recycling bin to here, and these are the two main Lawrence Academy recycling dumpsters on campus. They have glass and plastic and paper and cardboard. And after they bring them down here, we call an outside company the Institution of Recycling Network, which is actually run by a Lawrence Academy alumni, Dana Draper. And they pick them up and they pay us a net sum for how much recycling we give them. What do you think about the general attitude towards recycling at Lawrence Academy, both students and faculty?
Well, I mean, I think they do a good job of promoting recycling, just because pretty much in every building there's not only trash cans, but there's areas where you're supposed to recycle. So I think they do a good job of promoting it. But
actually following through.
But yeah, I would say it kind of comes down to how lazy people are, taking that extra step to avoid the trash can and put it in a recycling bin.
So you yourself, be honest, if you have a water bottle, you've been drinking it, and then do you just throw it away in the nearest trash can, or do you find yourself looking to find a recycling bin?
I'll be honest, if there's a recycling bin in the same area as a trash can, 10 times out of 10 I'll recycle. 10 times out of 10, but if it's just a trash can and I don't see a recycling bin in sight, that thing's going in the trash.
Okay. Now, at your home, do you and your family have your own sort of process to recycle?
We did. We had two sections in the kitchen, one where you put the trash, another where we recycle, because my city was trying to really promote it, but
right.
Yeah. That lasted about a week. Just because my twin brother Joseph, who you guys all know, was not really for that, so he was throwing away things that shouldn't be recycled.
So it's tough because it's kind of a commitment to focus on what is recycling, and then on the other hand, what is not recycling.
Yeah.
And putting them in their respective places. Yeah. Well, it's tough because we're seeing changes, but it's not immediate. It's long term, so it's really tough to see the changes of not recycling.
Do you feel you not recycling as a result of your undereducation about recycling? Or were you fully aware of the consequences and did not care?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm fully aware of all the consequences, but I would say I do know a little bit about it, so I think it's more towards myself being lazy than anything.
Do you feel that that's the attitude of society as a whole right now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd also say some people are uneducated, but for the most part, I think it's just people are being lazy.
What could we do here at LA to encourage people to not do that?
I would say,
Incentives?
yeah, but I would just say maybe make an announcement at assembly. Leave like what they do in the dining hall where they write on it and they leave something specific saying which goes where.
Do you think having a monitor of each recycling bin on campus would make people maybe, oh, that doesn't go there, that goes here?
I would think that would work. It's kind of a hassle, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I think it would too. How is it a positive feedback loop to the environment?
It's a positive feedback loop because we don't need to cut down as many trees or use as much resources if we can just keep using the resources that we've already made.
Keep recycling. Recyclable is key. And what do you think about recycling at Lawrence? Do you think we do enough of it? Not enough of it? Good job?
I think we do a good job, but we could do a little. I think we could do a little better. We're active in most other schools, but I don't think we're at that level yet.
At that level of amazing?
Yeah.
So Rocco, what do you think about the general attitude towards recycling at Morris Academy?
I think it's pretty good. There's recycling bins in every room. They do recycling as far as like compost and stuff. So I don't know about the kids, but I think the attitude is very good.
Do you think Morris Academy can improve recycling anywhere?
Well, I think that anywhere, yes, there can be improvement everywhere in anything, but you know, that takes a lot of time and dedication.
Yeah. And you personally, do you and your family have your own recycling system at your house?
Yes, we actually do. We have 2 barrels. We have one for trash, and we have one for recycling.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this: you're at school, you have an empty water bottle.
Okay.
Do you seek out that recycling bin, or do you just throw it in the trash? You can answer honestly.
Personally?
Yeah, personally.
Personally, I do not seek out the recycling bin. I'm just going to be up forward.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you very much.
As president of the student body at Lawrence Academy for the year 2012 to 2013, what do you think of the attitude towards recycling at Lawrence Academy?
I would say,
Both including the students and faculty.
okay, interesting. I would say the administration has definitely put some effort into adding recycling programs to the school through the various recycling bins.
Now,
across-
since you've come into office or before, just in general?
I would say beforehand, so
Okay.
in general, there have been plenty of recycling opportunities put in front of the students and the faculty. However, I don't know if these opportunities to recycle have been used properly, taken advantage of, yes.
Okay.
I would say that. Probably faculty use them more than students.
Do you think the recycling on campus can be improved? Do you think it can be improved?
I think the recycling can be improved because in different parts of the school they have like paper recycling here, and then on the other side of the building there's bottle recycling. There's not one recycle station for all your recyclables. You're not paying attention to it. And that's what I would say.
Okay. And now, do you think? All right. So you personally, if you have an empty water bottle, do you just throw it in the nearest trash can, or do you try to find out
Be honest.
some? Yeah, be honest.
Okay.
We're not judging you. Some form of recycling bin. on campus?
When I finish using a water bottle, I usually put it in my backpack for future use.
So you,
I don't
you
even
use it yourself.
I reuse it myself. I don't seek out any facilities where I can dispose of my own waste.
Now at home, do you and your family have your own recycling system, or do you kind of just like throw it right in the trash?
Well, the town of Chelmsford has this exceptionally good waste management system. You can put any recyclables in the recycling bin, whether it be paper, cardboard, plastic.
So you don't have to separate the
metal. You don't have to
recyclables.
recycle the recyclables.
No, you have to
No, yeah.
separate them.
We don't have to separate recyclables. So we have a bin in the basement, and you just put whatever you want in it, as long as it's recyclable. It has that little triangle at the
So
bottom.
do you think Lawrence Academy should be more like Chelmsford, Massachusetts?
Well, I mean, Chelmsford is such a great town. You probably have to go ask Groton to improve their recycling facilities, but that would be a great improvement, I think. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cut.